Hello and welcome to Let's Evolve Together with Janine Williams. My name is Janine and it is my honor to be here with you today. And before we dive into this topic, I first want to thank you for subscribing and liking my content. We are working together in helping humanity. And when I say we were working together is when you subscribe, when you like, you know how algorithms work, then it gets out to other people that need to hear the message. Because we never know what anybody is going through. And my mission on this earth, one of many of my missions, but my one mission is to help people evolve from their conditioned emotional state to a more empowering state of being. But we can't transmute from one place until we actually see and experience what we're feeling, because we're human. So the human experience is very emotional. But how do we transmute out of those emotions where we don't let those emotions affect us? You know, some people call it emotional weightlifting. Other people call it emotional intelligence. Regardless of what label you want to put on it, when you can manage your emotions and understand your emotions, then it will allow you to evolve to that next level and how to be able to move those emotions through you. So today's topic is going to be on overwhelm. There's a lot of people out there that are feeling very overwhelmed right now. Overwhelmed with life, overwhelmed on making decisions within their life, within their careers, within their relationships. Overwhelm reaches out to many different topics, but overwhelm is overwhelm. Overwhelm will show up wherever it wants to show up, because remember, when we can learn from our emotions and our experiences, then we can evolve to that next level. But meantime, since we have free will here, we'll always get that knock on the door. Are you ready to learn? No? Okay, we'll come back. So then the lesson comes up again. Those same emotions come up again. Different actors, different situations. But when you can master that overwhelm within you, see it, recognize it, don't judge it. Just get curious. Why? Why am I feeling like this? Well, typically, I will tell you the way that most people experience it is that it's an old pattern of theirs. It happened from doing inner child healing with my clients. It stems usually back from when you were a child. Sometimes it's not even yours. Sometimes it's your parents, but it's an emotion that you absorbed because energy is interexchanged. But when you can feel and see that emotion and transmute it with your breath, because what you're going to do is you're going to come back to your breath. And when you come back to your breath and take 5 to 10 long, deep breaths, and if you have to do more than 10, do 15. But feel where you're feeling the tightness in your body, where that overwhelm is sitting. And just continue to breathe through that. But meanwhile, what you're doing is you're taking your brain from the sympathetic nerve response, which is part of your autonomic nervous system, and you're switching it to the parasympathetic nerve response. So just to give you a little background, the sympathetic nerve response is our fight, flight, or freeze. So a lot of times when people are feeling overwhelmed, what will they do? They may binge on Netflix, or they may binge on a gallon of ice cream. They may binge on shopping. It's different for everyone. But what happens is the reason why it's also harder for us to come out of it when we're not consciously aware is because our bodies produce a chemical with our emotions. So it is like a set point where your body always wants to go back to what it's familiar with. because that is a safety mechanism. But when you can transmute it through your breath, through your mindset, seeing that you're not being overwhelmed is usually triggered by either a thought or a list. Sometimes it's being around people that feel overwhelmed. Maybe you're not feeling overwhelmed. Maybe you're picking it up from other people if you're an empath. A lot of people are empaths and they don't even know it. They think what they're feeling is theirs. But since we're all connected, you're really just tapping into somebody else. Because remember, everything is in this quantum field. Everything is intertwined. So when you can recognize and just control it with your breath, then on the other side of that overwhelm, this is this threshold that is going to take you through into a more of an inner peace, clarity, knowing the direction you need to go. So the first step, because I believe in giving you all tools, like I do with my clients. I'll give them action items in between our sessions. So this is your action item. The next time you feel overwhelmed, before you even try to figure out why, I want you to do the 5 to 10 deep breaths, or 15, whatever is going to work for you. Listen to your body. Your body is always talking to you. Because when you are in that sympathetic nerve response, you're not getting any blood to the frontal part of your brain, which is where we gain our clarity. You're not getting any blood to your gut, which is where our immune system starts. So if you're not in our digestion, so if you're not getting that blood in your gut for everything to work properly, because remember, even in our bodies, everything is connected, then what ends up happening? You end up getting sick. Or you end up, because some people hold emotions in their gut, they end up giving themselves an ulcer or some other issue. That's why the breath is so important, because it's going to take you into that parasympathetic nerve response where all the blood can flow properly through your body and you can gain that clarity. What triggered that emotion? And when you can recognize what triggered that emotion of overwhelm or any other emotion, then it gives you that opportunity to move and go through that threshold to the other side. And that's when miracles can happen. Magic can happen. So, try that the next time. Go to a quiet place. If it's your children that are triggering that emotion of overwhelm, they're not doing it to you. They're just triggering it, okay? I'm creating a whole course for parents around this. So we stop projecting old ancestral behaviors and emotions and traumas and self-limited beliefs onto the younger generation. It's time that we sort of kind of stop that. We can look at our world and see it sort of kind of hasn't worked the way that, well, our Creator wants it to work. It's time that we shift it. It's time that we remember who we are and how powerful we are. We truly are. So if your children are triggering it, okay, they're not doing it to you, they're just triggering it. It's an opportunity for you to clear it so then they don't inherit it. Have them breathe with you. Teach them the power of breath. You will see that your children's will start shifting as well. They'll be a little bit more calmer because they have so much energy going through them as well. So remember, just stop and breathe. Because if you notice, sometimes we put ourselves in overwhelm and stress because we're not breathing. We hold our breath. So we trigger that sympathetic nerve response. So I hope this is helpful to you. And I, again, encourage you to practice it this week. Comment down below. Did you have any aha moments? Did you practice it? Did it work? Come back and tell me. How did it feel to transmute those emotions from your body? Where did you feel it in your body so you can recognize that moving forward? Because the more consciously aware you become, then that allows you to evolve even more and more and more. So again, be sure to subscribe so you get those bell notifications, and hit that like button so other people can learn how to do this as well and start practicing. Because we can watch all the YouTube videos we want, but if we don't start practicing some of these techniques, then we're not really creating anything new. But remember that this new earth starts within you. You change within you. How you show up in this world will start changing. And then the more of us do it, then we will see the massive shifts more and more and more. So have a wonderful rest of your week. Sending you so much love. And I will see you next week. Have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.